Hello, everybody. Welcome to a whole new episode of A Weekend to Remember in Sports with your boy, the young All-American, Justin Foley.
My bad. I said, and my boy, superstar, Brandon Cotman.
Yes, sir, man. How you doing, my boy? What's sports? What we kicking it off with, man? What we
Man,
talking
we
about
we
first?
man, we gotta kick it off, man. Well, first, man, I went to my second Bears game in person today with the black quarterback starting. I never thought the Bears would let alone had a franchise quarterback, let alone a black quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it was just so cool to see so many celebrities, so like the at the Allegiant Stadium, you could just feel how rich it is inside the stadium.
Okay, my boy. So you can feel the wealth in the
It's
vibrations and the energy.
it's crazy, man. Like Bruce Buffer, uh, who usually does the MMA
Mm-hmm.
fight introductions, he does. I found out he does the football introduction for the Raiders
Oh
every time
wow.
they have a home game.
Oh wow. Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
hmm
Yeah.
But it honestly was a good game. You know, Justin Fields. I feel like they were calling better play calls. They had
Mm-hmm.
better blocks for him. I mean, they played uh, a good defensive line, and I think they utilized their running game a lot better this game. And I think
Yeah.
if they would have done what they did today to the Browns, to the
Mhm.
Cleveland Browns, they could have beat the Browns.
Okay. Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like watching that Bears offense, they was looking pretty decent, bro. It's just something I want them to be cautious of is how much they call those design runs for Justin Fields. Because he doesn't have
Yeah,
the same frame as Cam Newton, as Josh Allen or Big Ben. You feel me? So it's like let's
yeah,
let's just be cautious because he's already have had some injuries in the past, like with his ribs and stuff. Like his last year at Ohio State.
yeah, for sure. And I think they're really going to learn from this game. They're going to try to get better blockers, even bringing in more tight ends to protect
Okay.
Justin Fields when they play like a really good defensive line because they play the Packers next week,
Yeah.
which is a beatable team. I mean, they're four and
Especially
one,
on
look
the
like they're
defensive
beatable.
end.
Yeah, on the defense end, but I think with Jair Alexander being out too, I think he's injured right now. So
Yeah, he all right.
um, yeah, I mean, I'm not happy. I mean, you never really want to praise when the best player on the other team is out, but it's an
Exactly.
advantage
It
at the end of the
helps. It
day.
helps.
Yeah, it helps. So, um, but yeah, like you said, like uh, having design runs for Justin Fields is too much. I think they got two good running backs, a veteran and a good rookie
Mhm.
to replace David Montgomery right now
Yeah.
until him and Tariq Cohen come back.
Mhm.
So I just think they should just start utilizing the running backs and not Justin Fields as
Okay.
much.
Bro, the Bears are 3-2, man. And I'm not even a Bears fan.
Yeah, man. Like I think this was a big stepping stone for the Bears. Like,
Mhm.
it's just so much, and I kind of knew the Raiders weren't going to
Yeah.
win because it was so much going on in the Raiders organization. You
Mhm.
had first, you want to start. I want to start off with, Derek Carr. The thing he had with Joey Bosa and what Joey Bosa said about Derek Carr. Then you got John Gruden, the racist comments that he said. So it's just, and then them coming off a loss to the Chargers in LA,
Mhm.
it was just so much at stake going into this game. I don't even think they were mentally ready for the Bears this game.
Mhm. That's a good point because honestly, I thought they would have came out like stronger, like more aggressive in a way, but they really
Yeah,
didn't. And it's like another thing is you can tell that at their guard positions they're pretty weak at them. They don't have no depth there, and that offensive line is having problems with decent or good defensive lines. So
Yeah,
Derek Carr
and
isn't as comfortable, and the play calling changes a lot. You know.
it does. And honestly, and I'm not even a Raiders fan, but just like being at the game, I can tell the play calling wasn't the same this game as it was versus the Chargers. You know, you had Derek Carr dropping back, throwing dimes. The more it was more plays designed for Darren Waller. Like this game, like and they were dropping open passes that Derek Carr was throwing them. They had a lot of drop passes.
It just
The
seemed
Raiders.
like on the offensive end, they was just like really off, out of sync. You know, I was watching, like I was expecting Darren Wall. I was like, okay, he's about to do something today, but there was just a lot of simple mistakes, a lot of drops, as you was just saying, like you just mentioned. But yeah,
It's
bro,
crazy. Um, but I want to give credit where credit's due.
that's
Um,
facts.
the Bears played. This was way coming off from how they played against like the Browns. Like ever since Bill Lazor has been at play calling, the Bears have looked progressively better, and
That's
I
very
think
true.
that's the most important part. Is that they're really they're really getting Justin Fields like design plays just for him. And quite honestly, like just being at the game, I can tell they were putting in more tight ends
Yeah.
to block for Justin Fields is which I really appreciated. And bro, I don't know if you know this, but did you know that Khalil Mack and Derek Carr are best friends? That his kids, Derek Carr kids, call Khalil Mack Uncle Mac. That's how close they
I
are.
didn't know it was that close. To be honest, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, my dad had told me about it when I came. I was like, "What?" I mean, it's just like it's
That's
random.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
usually it's like because they did play together, but it's just like I feel like a quarterback is usually best friends with like a
Offensive
receiver because
lineman, receiver.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, but I think that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, but overall, I think the Bears are going to be progressively better because the Raiders are not a bad team. They beat some
Yeah.
good teams this year.
Mhm.
Um, and this was, to me, heading into this game, my thoughts were like, okay, if the Bears win, this is this is a like I said, big stepping stone for them. Um, and I still think they're trying to find their identity because
Mhm.
there's been so much bad play calling in the past,
Yeah.
and they never had this like caliber of a quarterback ever.
Mm. Okay.
So it's like, can you imagine not like
They're not used to having that type of talent on
it's
the
like
roster.
can you imagine? Yeah, and it's just like even like I was telling my dad, like even in 1985, even though I wasn't born, like I knew Jim McMahon wasn't like a franchise quarterback, but it was just the 1985 Bears
Defense.
defense that won them that Super
Yes.
Bowl.
Mm-hmm. That's facts, man. That's facts,
Yeah.
man.
But hey,
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell you, Justin Herbert, that boy,
He balled. He balled today. Yeah,
man.
let's talk about that Chargers game, bro. Let's talk about that, man.
Hey, that's the I don't even know I don't even know what nickname to call him, but I gotta call him. I gotta come up with something, bro, because that
Mm-hmm.
dude,
Yeah. He liked that. He's really
man,
like he had a pretty like a really good rookie year. You feel me? And his sophomore campaign is just as good, if not better. You know?
whole organization around, bro. Like,
Yes.
and the thing that I like about what I like about the LA organization that they put weapons around Justin Herbert.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
They
That's good. Cause it's like they already had Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. They got a nice running back. I think it's like Gamble. I think is his last name. But he's nice. Who else?
yeah,
They got some nice tight ends. Like they got
Austin Eckler,
Jared Cook. Yeah, they got Jared Cook, the dude that used to play for the
yeah,
Saints. Like he's nice. So
yeah.
man, it's great,
And,
man.
and their defense, bro. They got that boy Duran James back, bro.
Yeah, and he's healthy and he's
Woo,
balling, bro. Everybody
bro.
knew
That
he was a
dude,
baller. It's just all about him being healthy.
yeah. Now that he's healthy, bro, he picked off Derek Carr last week, and this
Yeah.
is a hot Derek Carr, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
Derek, if anybody knows, Derek Carr has been balling the last few weeks,
Yeah.
and he picked him off. It was like he picked off Darren Waller, the best tight end in the game, basically.
Yeah.
I would say.
Mm-hmm. He's
So
on
I
for sure.
mean,
For sure. And it's like
yeah.
even like bro, that defense is nice, especially that they have a great front. They have a great front seven, really good front seven, and that secondary is nice too. And that head coach, he's a pretty great young defensive mind, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I mean, their future is looking bright. And to be quite honest,
Mm-hmm.
just how you said Iowa's going to win the Big Ten, I
Yeah.
quite honestly think the Chargers can get to the AFC Championship. To be honest,
Ooh, okay,
they
okay. I like
I
that. I
think
like that.
I I think it's going to be the Chargers and the Bills.
Okay, okay. No Chiefs?
Those
People who like
no
no Chiefs?
no the Chiefs bro. I just think it, people are figuring them out. They're
Mm,
not the same team as their first 2-3 years that they had in the league. And
mhm.
uh Patrick Mahomes, like he hasn't honestly like he looks good, but like he doesn't look as dominant. Like it's like at the end of the day, like okay, he's still a quarterback.
Yeah.
He's not a
It,
normal quarterback, but I mean obviously he's special, but
it's tough for him
it's
because we're comparing himself to him, you know, and it's like
right, right.
it's tough. It's like once you become so great, you can only be compared to yourself with other greats, other all time greats, you know.
hmm
And it's like
So
that defense too, bro. Like that defense is insane,
there
and that running game just isn't as good.
no, it's not. It's not. And it's like everything, like I feel like everything is off of Patrick Mahomes. Like
Mm.
one of the plays, and one of the plays I saw this, like, and I feel like they're so arrogant and cocky with
Mm.
Patrick Mahomes at times because it'd be like 4th and 10, 4th and 11, and they'll go for it. Like
They're too dependent on
why?
him.
Yeah, it's like I understand that you got like quarterback that can throw the ball, but let's bring it back to reality and let's just stick to the basics. And
Mm.
I think Kansas City this year is just getting out of the basics. That's why I think they're not going to
Mm.
be successful this year.
Okay, okay. I feel like their main problem that they're gonna run to is not being able to stop nobody, not being able to
Yeah.
get stops or force turnovers. So I
Yep.
feel like
And
that's gonna be like their Achilles heels. Like how like that's gonna be their Achilles heel, man.
yeah, and that's a good point. And with that being said, too, it's just they're that's gonna put a lot of pressure on the offensive line now because
Yeah.
they're gonna be constantly on the field, so they're gonna be constantly tired, And then
That's really yeah,
if
yeah.
if you're playing a defense like if you're playing a front seven like the LA Rams,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you see that boy Aaron Donald. It takes
Mm-hmm.
like 3 or 4 people just to hold
Lock him.
him down. So my
Mm-hmm.
whole thing, yeah. So the Chiefs are not. They're not going to be success. I don't think they're going to be successful this year because, as you mentioned, like they don't have a running game. They pass too much, and their defense is just as worse as Seattle. To be honest,
Ooh. Ooh, that's saying something. That's saying something. Bro, what you
yeah,
think about
bro. They're
Saquon?
on Barkley that
Yeah.
he needs to leave.
Did you see the injury?
My guy has sent me like a picture of it on Instagram, but they said it came back negative from what my dad just told me. It's just a bad sprain.
Okay. Bro, the joint was so fluky. It's like like when you like walk and like you like step on somebody and you like kind of like roll your ankle.
Yeah.
It was like one of them, bro. Yeah, it was
Ooh,
nasty. Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah,
But
so
I
it's gonna be
I
tough.
really think the only thing I don't really like the commissioner Roger Goodell
Mm.
because it's not really like the league is just getting uh like it's just so dumb
What do you
sometimes,
mean? Break it
like
down. Break it down.
like as I mentioned before, like 17 games this year, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. Like they're human beings. They're not superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's a lot. That's a lot on your body, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
uh, bro, I played high school football, and I'm not trying to compare high school to NFL, but like
Yeah.
the Friday night games, after
Mm-hmm.
I was done, bro, I would be tired.
You'd be
You know,
sore.
like your body just, yeah. But it's like the NFL is such another level of just like the fastest humans on earth running
Yeah,
full speed, and you're
another
taking,
level of physicality. Heard about boy. It's just like they're just on a whole new level, man. Yeah.
yeah, a whole new level, man. And once, like, and the thing is with Roger Goodell, I don't like, it's like, I feel like you see the difference between Adam Silver and Roger Goodell. Like, I feel like Roger Goodell kind of has like his own mindset, and Adam Silver actually listens to like the players and gives the players a little more freedom of like things to say. Like
So you
they,
like how like Adam Silver is more player friendly and like Roger Goodell is like he's kind of like more like the middleman type dude. Like he doesn't
yeah,
necessarily go for the players, but he don't necessarily go against the players in a way.
yeah, it's weird because you see, bro, I remember it's so crazy is that when Cam, back when Cam was in his prime in
Mm-hmm.
like 2014, 2015, like the hits that he was taking, like it was, people were hitting Cam
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't like him because all that um
Celebrations and stuff.
all the dancing, yeah, the celebrations and stuff. So they would try to like hit him. And I remember he said he was gonna try to talk to Roger Goodell, and like nothing really changed until like 3 or 4 years later. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like now the league is like quarterback. That's cool. Like
Why didn't Jay
it's like the
protect Cam?
NBA. Yeah, in the
Mm-hmm.
NBA, like when there's a problem, the problem's fixed. You know
Like
what I mean?
immediately,
Like
yeah, they handle it.
yeah, immediately. And you, bro, I'm telling you, you see the big difference. And I feel like sometimes NFL players are like controlled, and
Yeah.
the NBA players are like more freely, like more freedom. You know,
Yeah.
you don't got to walk on eggshells, I would say.
Uh-huh. And it's like with the NFL, like their union has to do a better job of protecting them, you know. And it's like, are they willing to do the things that they need to do in order to protect themselves, like to even like get more leverage? Are they really willing to take those risks? If not, things just gonna be what they are. You know, it's gonna be a cycle that never stops. You know.
Yeah, that's true. And uh, it's, I don't even really know what to say. Like, I still, all in all, I disagree with the 17 games. Like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, 16 games is a lot. Bro, remember we were talking about like you're 8 games in, you got 9 more games to play.
Yeah.
Nine,
Yeah. That's facts.
nine,
That's facts. That's facts, bro.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's, you got to think about like the sacrifice being away from your family. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to be like, I'm gonna even take it deeper. Like even if like if you're a football player trying to be a better husband, like I know you like being, money, you're making the money and stuff, but like
Mm-hmm.
being away from like your wife and you're trying to, you know, and you're not playing well or something, like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a lot to juggle with, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just being away from like your own family, like it's tough, man. Like I know when me, you always talk about like when we get dropped our first year like college, it was just like it was weird just being away from like
Yeah.
what we used to, being at
Mm-hmm.
home. And it's not so much being comfortable, it's just like being around like your family, it's just
Mm-hmm.
different.
Yeah. It's being around loved ones and little things like that, man.
Yeah, because like, bro, we talk about it all the time, like dealing with the media every day when you have a bad game,
It's not easy.
like fans, yeah, fans are love and hate. They love you one day, they hate you the
Pickles.
other day, bro. Yeah, just like some girls out here. But that's a situation.
Yeah, you right. Hey, you right though, bro.
Hey,
You right. You right. You right. You right.
hey, I'm just trying to tell the truth, bro. But like,
But bro, what you gonna say?
no, go ahead, bro.
Uh,
Surprise me, Steelers, bro. I put Chase Claypool on my bench, right? This man
oh,
scores 24 points the day that I bet Brandon, bro. Like this man hasn't produced in like 3 weeks.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
wait a minute, Chase Claypool, he has like over 108 yards, 4
100.
receptions.
I think he had like 130, 150, something like that. Something crazy. Something crazy. He had like 5 catches, two. No, just one tug. I think just one tug.
Bro, that is crazy. I don't know what to say, bro.
Let me know. Tell the people more about your fantasy disappointments. You just like, wait,
Man,
what?
let me tell y'all, man. Hold, hold on, let me. I gotta. I'm about to tell you real quick.
Okay.
So I'm just taking a quick peek.
Mm-hmm.
Claypool scored me 24 points. I benched him.
Thank
Matthew
you.
Matthew Stafford scored me 16.5 points. I benched him.
Yeah.
I got Khalif Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
I put him in for Chase Claypool. He scored me 0.0 points. And right now I am down 134, 153 to like 99 something.
Oh my
So yeah,
God. That's
so y'all can go ahead and flame me in my comments and y'all tell me what I should do about my fantasy team and who I should draft. If y'all know any players that I can draft, y'all please just put in the comments of who are some good underrated pickups that I can get.
okay, okay. That's real, man. Though I ain't gonna lie, my fantasy squad looking decent, bro. Like I'm up right now, bro.
How much
I'm
you up by?
projected. I'm up by 4 points, and I'm projected to win by almost 30. And I still got a few players that's playing tomorrow. So
Wow.
yeah,
Oh,
and yeah, I'm straight. I'm cool for now. And the crazy part is, I got some players that underperform, but I'm still doing well. You feel me?
man, that's what's up, bro. The only thing I gotta say about that is it's dumb. That's a dumb. That's a
Yo,
W.
yo. Talking about it's a dub. Talking about Jameis Winston, and we gotta talk about Texas A&M knocking off Alabama, bro.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, crazy! Like I think the turning. How I knew when they weren't gonna win this game is when they scored. Alabama scored. They kicked it off. Dude ran it back.
He bust that
That
joint
was the
open.
turn. Yeah, that
He
was the
bust that
turning
joint
point
open
of
like a
that game.
buzz down.
Yeah, that boy, like, bro. I'm like, man, Alabama about to blow them out by like 40. They about to score like 40
Bro,
points on like
bro,
Texas
who would have
A&M.
thought? Who would have thought?
Bro, dude, I feel bad for them people who betted on Alabama though. Like, like sports betting
Mm-hmm.
is big in Vegas, bro. Like so many people lost so much money from that game,
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
bro. But like the last drive, bro, like it was so stupid because they I feel like every play was like rush. I mean, they defensive line was doing a thing on Texas
Mm-hmm.
A&M side, but like everything felt rushed and they tried to do like these quick slants. They should have did more of screens because
Okay.
every time he dropped back, they sent blitzes right up the middle and he kept
Mm-hmm.
getting sacked every time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, why don't you just do screens, get him away from the linebackers, pull the linemen to take down them corners, man, and
Mm-hmm.
just or run the ball
That's
or
right.
just run the ball out because that game, the last drive was so stupid for Alabama, bro. Like it was so dumb. Like It was like they missed like 2 passes. So the Texas A&M didn't even have to call a timeout. They just went down and won the game.
That's facts, bro. I gotta give that Texas A&M quarterback. I gotta give him some props, bro, because that hit he took, people thought he was done.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
he took
he
a
done
hit.
for the game. But then he came back in and drove them down the field, bro. Much respect to that man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta give some respect to that defense, bro.
Yeah,
To that
bro,
Texas A&M defense.
bro. It's just crazy to see an Alabama team get pushed around so much on offense and on defense. You know, I'm like
Yeah,
you usually expect Alabama to be more physical than everybody else. You know, but Texas
yeah.
A&M was more physical than them.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's crazy that you say that too, because like Nick Saban, like he didn't like look like super mad, but he just looked like cute. I mean, he was calm, but like he
Yeah.
was mad. You know what I mean? But like
Mhm.
I thought he would be out of his mind. Like
Mhm.
who God knows what he said to that team in the locker room. Like
You know he
it
went crazy. You know he went off. You know he did.
oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I would not want to be in that locker room. Like, man, like
Because like, after a game like that, that shows them, okay, are you spinning? Okay, okay, my boy's spinning. He also wavy. Okay, okay.
yeah, bro.
But but bro, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. A game like that, it shows how sometimes a team can be overly confident and they can they like oh they don't respect their opponent. You know, they oh you about to run through them. This about to be easy. You feel
yeah,
me? But it's like, bro, you
and
gotta respect whoever you're going against, man.
yeah, that's very true, bro. And like we talked about it before. Like going into the game, we're playing we're playing Alabama, like big Alabama. Like they're not overconfident, but like
Ready to
I
give them your
mean,
best shot. Teams are ready to give
yeah.
Alabama their best shot. Just off the fact they know, oh,
And
this is Alabama.
the going into the game, the commentators was talking about like how good Texas A&M defense is.
Mhm.
And on top of them playing at home, on top of them playing Alabama, it's just
Mhm.
gonna give them a whole lot of more energy for that game.
That's
So,
facts.
but I didn't even, I wasn't even gonna watch the game because I thought it was gonna be a blowout. Like I
Man.
had a, I had a date, and I checked the game. I was like, Alabama's losing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they losing.
Mm-hmm.
I said, hold on, I gotta get home and watch this. They were getting blown out at first. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, I heard it was tough. I heard it was tough.
Man, like,
Mhm. Yeah, bro.
oh, what about that Iowa Penn State game? Like, I just want, I gotta, hold on, I gotta give you some props. I gotta clap for you, bro. Like,
You feel me?
hey,
You
you
feel
called
me?
that game.
Dog, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a really good game, bro. And I feel like the game would have been more competitive if uh if I no if Penn State's starting quarterback didn't get injured, bro. And bro, I'm not gonna lie. Watching that game, bro, made me miss Iowa.
Yeah, it does. Like, man, like even though Iowa doesn't like, I just want to let everybody out there know until you go to college in Iowa, you won't understand what we're talking about. Like it's just a
Facts.
different type of vibe
Mhm.
that like even when we went to Iowa State, bro, like
Yeah,
that's like man,
yeah.
like I just know that feeling that you're talking about. It's
Hmm.
unexplainable. It's just
Yeah, I'm
something
just
that
like,
you
bro,
have.
I just miss like the sunrise, like the drives, man. Like it's just like, bro. And it's like back to talk more about the game though, bro.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, Penn State, they was doing their thing, bro. I had to give them the utmost respect off the fact that they started off so, bro. That game was just really close. Like it could, like anybody could have really won that game, bro.
Well, what I was mad about Iowa is that they weren't calling like they're on the red zone. They got to pick. The defense got to pick. Why are you throwing the ball? That's not your bread and butter. And they're really throwing the ball more than running the ball. I'm like, the play calling was bad in the first half. To be honest, it wasn't the greatest. And once they started running the ball, they were doing quick screens. That's when they started being more successful. But like, they tried to throw the ball like 3 or 4 times right when they were in the red zone. They didn't even attempt to run the ball. They got a good running back.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I thought they would have been more creative in finding ways to get good with the ball. I really that's the thing I liked about them earlier in the season, like seeing like they're being creative and finding different ways to get good in the ball. And it's like also, well, I got told that boy Charlie Jones, that boy like that. Like he got that juice. You feel me? I really rocks with him. Like I really respect his game, man. He gets a
What
lot of.
position?
He's a receiver, and
Okay.
he gets a lot of their explosive plays, like in the return game, and so on and so on. You know, like he gets them going. Like he they juice, bro.
Man, and I think I know who you're talking about.
He might number like 16 or something like that.
Okay. You said 16?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I have to look him up again. But bro, that white that white boy corner for Iowa.
Boy, he's a hey. I say what? I say, oh, this is a brother. This brother can play.
Right. That's the white chocolate of football.
Bro, when the last time you seen that happen, bro?
Right. What was the last? Man, it was just the way that he was pinpointing the ball where it was going to be located. That's what I was
doing
most
a great
impressed
job of tracking the ball in the air.
Yeah, and as a corner, bro, do you know how hard that is? Yeah. Because as a former corner, like when you're going against a receiver, you think the ball is about to come to you, but like sometimes it's not on where you think it's going to be at. So it's very difficult. In the catches, the interceptions that he had were hard. Like I don't know how to explain his interception, but it was
like
just
the diving pass. Like he was diving for them joints, you know.
Yeah, that dude. He's a top corner in the league.
He's nice, bro. And the crazy, I just had a brain fart.
Hey, what about that? I haven't heard anything from that top corner from LSU.
Oh, he's out. He's out with an injury, bro.
Oh yeah,
he's been out for like the last few weeks off injuries, bro.
He was a top corner, bro.
Yeah, he's like the number 1 corner. Then Cincinnati, their corner is like the number 2 dude. And but it's like that dude Mosley, he's a ball hawk, bro. And he makes plays, and I gotta respect it, because that's not easy, because a lot of especially DBs, young DBs, they get nervous. You feel me? They get nervous and they commit pass interference, or they just get beat. You
make boneheaded mistakes, but that's why I always give that cushion 5 to 8 yards. Like if it's my first college game, or like my first or like third or fourth, like I just play. I like to play zone. I don't play man.
Zone corner.
Yeah, I don't play man until I'm comfortable enough to until I have a lot of faith in myself. You know what I mean? Like, or if I have like the safety help, I don't mind playing man to man, because it's like
you got help over the top.
It's hard playing man to man, to be honest, bro. Like it's like you got to have catch up speed, and you got to be willing to like really like read the route, bro. And if you don't got no safety help, that's even harder.
Yeah, you gotta have that technique down pat, or you just gotta be a super athlete, and it's like, bro, like the thing that's so impressive about Moses is like when the ball is in the air, he goes for like this pass is for me, because like I was saying earlier, like a lot of DBs, they get nervous and they get overwhelmed and they lose track of the ball and they end up getting lost.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's why you see a lot of pass interference calls when the DB doesn't get their head turned around. Like,
Yeah.
like I was taught to read the quarterback. It's a certain stance that I would do. Like I don't like doing the square stance, just looking
Yeah.
at the receiver. I like doing like the stagger stance where I
Okay.
can watch the receiver and the quarterback.
So
You know,
your butt is to the sideline.
yeah,
Okay.
that bro, I love that. I think all corners should do that. It's just a lot easier, and
Okay.
you're not. And plus, you're in a shuffle instead of backpedaling.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, bro. Bro, what you think about Michigan being undefeated still?
I say this ain't much to say. I just think they're just, they're doing what they got to do to win. Um, I've seen a few highlights of them. They honestly just look good, man. So I mean, I gotta give props where props is due.
Mhm. Do you think they can beat Ohio State this year?
Mm, the way Ohio State just beat Maryland, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Ohio State is starting to bounce back from that rough, shaky start the beginning of the
Yeah.
year. But I don't know how well that defense is going to play. I don't know if that defense is ready for that Michigan run game. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
go crazy and jump off the bridge and say Michigan gonna beat Ohio State. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying
Okay.
if that defense cannot stop the run, mm,
Yeah,
that's
it's
all.
gonna
That's
be.
all. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like, it's it's like I don't know, bro. Like
And
I would
bro,
say soft
Michigan defensive
shaky.
line this year, bro, that defense is so like that defense is playing really well. Especially that front four, that front seven, they really doing anything. But Ohio State is still Ohio State though.
Mm. It's gonna be. It's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a close game. I believe it's gonna be a close game. That quarterback is, like you said, Ohio State bounced back. I
Mm-hmm.
still don't think they are who they were before, but
Yeah,
I still think you can't count Ohio State out because they're just a good football program
that's
overall,
true. That's
and
true.
their quarterback played really well this past Saturday.
Mhm.
So
He's been playing
if
better.
he's been playing better, yeah. So I got to give credit when credit's due, but I might go ahead and say it. The Michigan might have a slight chance of beating Ohio State. A
Okay.
good chance, I would say.
Okay.
I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised.
Mm-hmm. Hey, bro,
But
what do you think about Spencer Rattler getting pulled during the Oklahoma versus Texas game?
Spencer, so I think I heard about what happened.
Basically, like he wasn't playing really well, but like he's just hyped up. He's just quarterback that's like a preseason All American, preseason Heisman favorite, preseason like number one. Like they think he's gonna be like a number one pick for the NFL for the upcoming NFL draft, and he has all this hype around him, but he has been performing up to the hype. And it's like during this Texas game, he wasn't playing really well, and the game was starting to get out of hand. So they put in a true freshman quarterback that was a 5-star recruit, and he started balling, and he won in the game.
Mm. I'm gonna tell you something. In wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
my guy Nick Ballmer, um, the preseason poll was he this past year, before our season got canceled. Going into my senior season, he was ranked. They had him like number one. He was number one in the country,
Okay.
and I remember I was talking to him like he lost at national duels to the
Mm-hmm.
number two guy in the country, and he told me like I'm glad the pressure is off of me now.
Wow.
And just having like like being the number one guy in the country is like, or having all that hype and stuff, the media, oh, this is the wrestler to watch, this is the quarterback to watch. Like,
Mhm.
it's so much pressure trying to be what the media is trying to orchestrate into you. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of pressure. So when you're under that,
Yeah.
sometimes you're not going to perform well
Yeah.
because like you're trying to grow yourself, but
Mhm.
uh the media is like growing you like quickly, too fast
They're
ahead.
hyping you up and they're building you up, putting you on this pedestal.
Yeah, and but I just think like like even if even if you rank like number two, like when I was
Mhm.
ranked, bro, like I ranked, like it was a lot of pressure for me not to lose. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
like it was just like, man, I can't lose because I'm ranked in the nation. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I shouldn't lose,
Yeah.
and just having that type of pressure. So like I understand, like if he's not performing well because it's a lot to deal with.
That's true. That's true. It's for sure not easy, and it's like
Um,
heavy is the head that wears the crown, you know. So it's a
yeah.
lot of deal, a lot of put up with. So it's like either I guess it just blows my mind like how like he was just built up and put on his pedestal to be like the number one quarterback and this and that, but he hasn't really been performing as such, and you can kind of tell like in certain games like he's really like forcing it. He's trying to create that superstar play. Like, oh, this got to be my Heisman moment type you did.
Yeah. Stick to the basics. You'll be successful. I believe that in the sports that you play and just in life. If you just stick to the basics,
Mm-hmm.
do what you have to do, you'll be successful. Simple as that.
That's facts. That's very true, man. That's very true.
But
So, bro,
but
what did I say?
I was about to switch to the boxing match, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hey, we I with it, bro. Let's talk about that Deontay Wilder fight, bro.
It just goes to show you that it doesn't matter how buff you are, if you do not have the technical skills
Yeah.
to apply what you've learned in practice, you're not going to be successful.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
like you see, bro, you can see the difference. But like Deontay Wilder, he's big, buff, and then you
Mhm.
got the Gypsy King that got the dad bod and
Mhm.
stuff. And I told everybody, like, man, like Tyson Fury, bro, like he's just a better technical fighter, just
Yeah.
overall. And like, bro, Deontay Wilder used up all his energy in the first round.
I feel like after that, well, I say after that fourth, fifth round, I feel like that he was just on fumes,
Yeah,
But I
he.
really respect his heart, because he could have easily just gave up, thrown in the towel and this and that, but he
Oh
kept on
yeah,
fighting until he couldn't fight. So
yeah.
I gotta respect that, bro. And it's like, bro, this man, like, he didn't grow up wanting to be a boxer, bro. He just started doing it just to try to take care of his daughters. And like,
Oh
bro,
yeah, that it is a cool story.
off of that alone, bro, I got so much respect for him. And it's kind of like it's kind of sad to see that other like media, the way other media platforms talk about him. They talk about him as if
Yeah,
he's like some type of bum, bro. It's like, bro, he only has two losses. You
to the
feel me?
same dude.
And it's like, bro, then like the dude he lost to, he didn't lose to no bum, bro. So it's like at
Yeah,
least at least show him the respect because he dominated everybody else. You feel me? And
yeah,
he's done the most damage to Tyson Fury than any other boxer has. So it's like give
yeah,
him that respect, man.
and he knocked him. He knocked Tyson Fury down twice
In the
in
same
that
round.
fight in the same round.
And that never
But
happened to him before.
yeah, that fight was probably fight of the year for boxing. That fight was
Think so?
so like, oh yeah, like it was just not like they were just throwing bombs back and like I've never seen two heavyweight boxers with so much
Mm-hmm.
heart like that to like get, bro. They're heavyweight hitters.
Mm-hmm.
How do you even get up from those punches?
Yeah, ain't no
Yeah,
ain't no slight licks
woo.
now. You gonna feel all
Bro,
of them.
man. But like, I just think what Deontay Wilder just needs to do is go back to the basics.
Yeah.
Just don't use be smart. I would just say
Mhm.
to him just be smart with your energy,
Yeah.
because he threw and even what Gypsy King did well that a lot of people don't pay attention to, like when they would hug, he would put all his
Just
weight
wait
on
on him.
Deontay
Yeah.
Wilder
Mhm.
to slow him down.
Yeah.
So I would just say I would like to see his footwork get a little better,
Mhm.
because his defense is not that well, to be quite honest.
Bro, I'm not
Deontay
gonna lie to
Wilder's.
you, bro. He looked better this fight technically than he did in any other fight that I've seen of his. And it's like,
I would agree.
bro, it shows how important it is to have the right trainers around you, bro. Because
Yeah,
imagine if he had the training he has now, like from the beginning, how much better he would be as a boxer technically, you know?
yeah.
And
And
maybe that fight would be maybe a little bit closer, you know?
oh yeah, I just think people he was relying, he looked a lot better. He did look a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give credit where credit's due, because it's easy to pick out the mistakes, but
Yeah.
he just I just want to see him move. I want to see his footwork just to get a little better.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to see his defense be a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And those are like the only two takeaways that I have.
Okay.
I understand why he got gas, because
Mm-hmm.
Gypsy King is a huge,
Yeah,
huge dude.
they're both huge, bro. They're both bigger than LeBron, bro.
Yeah, bro. They said this is like the two heaviest. It was something crazy.
Two
They made
heaviest
history.
heavyweights.
Yeah, like with their both of their weights combined. Like this is
Wow.
like the heaviest weight in history, like that
In a
that the
fight?
fight happened. Yep,
Okay. Okay.
that's
Bro,
crazy.
who do you think they could fight next? Like each, like who do you think Wilder could fight, and who do you think Tyson Fury could fight next?
I think Wilder should fight Anthony Joshua next. Anthony Joshua just lost,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Gypsy King should fight um what's that chubby dude that used to be champion heavyweight boxer?
So was he like Hispanic or something?
Yeah, he knocked out. He beat Anthony Joshua. I think he should
Yeah.
fight him next. I think Gypsy King should fight him next, but I think Gypsy King would beat him.
Okay.
I I really think Gypsy King, his mentality.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he has one of the strongest mentalities, the strongest hearts in the heavyweight division. Like he does, like he works. He got up from some like shots that he
Yeah.
took, and that's why, and that's when champions are made. Got back up and he knocked him out. That's a champion, bro. That's what champions do, So I really think everyone, like, he's so much on like a higher peak after
Yeah.
seeing that fight, man. Like he just has the heart and the lion of a champion, man. I don't think
Okay.
anybody can beat him right now, to be honest.
Okay. Hey, I agree with you because if Wilder can beat him, I don't know who can. And I'm not saying he's unbeatable, but I don't think there's a heavyweight currently that can beat him. Maybe
Yeah,
there's one coming up, maybe eventually in the future. Excuse me. But
bless you.
right now, nah, I think he got the
No,
division.
well,
I feel like the crazy part is, bro, I think him and Tyson Fury, I think him and Deontay Wilder still got the heavyweight division on lock. Like I don't see
online.
two other individuals beating them.
Yeah, Wilder's power is just on another level, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's just, even when he's tired, bro, like his
Mhm.
power is still on another level. That's how scary he is. And it's just like, once, I still think he's like 36. I still think he can get better from
Yeah.
this fight. I still think
sure.
he can get better. And it's not, and it wasn't so. The media tried to make it about, oh, he looks bigger. It's not even about that. It's just about Are you working on like the little things? Are you moving your head? Are you having more head movement? Are you moving your feet more? Because if me and you are boxing, you weigh like 180. I weigh like a buck like 40 at most. No, not a buck 40, but I'll say a buck 48, buck 50. So you got like 30 pounds on me, and I'm letting you lay your weight on me. That's making me more tired, bro.
It's gonna
Like,
drain you quicker.
yeah. So it's like he doesn't have to be like no Manny Pacquiao moving his
Yeah,
head
you don't
or
expect them to be Floyd.
no. I just want to see better. I just he just if he was better defensively, he'll be a better boxer. He will become a better boxer.
Okay.
But that's my takeaway from the fight.
Okay, bro. You got any sports predictions, man, or hot takes you like to share, my guy?
Man, we got the biggest rivalry game next week: Bears and Packers. That's the only game that's really on my mind right now. It's not going to be another super big UFC fight for like another like month or so.
Okay.
Not until like the end of the month, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the Bears are playing the Packers next week. I don't know what the prediction of that game is because I still think both of the teams are still like trying to find their like identity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though the Packers are 4-1 and the Bears are like 3-2, the Bears just beat a good team, and the Bengals just took the Packers to overtime, which I think the Bengals should have won that game.
Sure,
But
bro. I saw a
that
tweet
game
where
was
somebody said Aaron Rodgers led Green Bay on 3 different game-winning drives in the same game.
that's funny, bro. Even they were showing the game highlights from that game, how the kickers were missing field goals back to back. The whole Raiders stadium was like, oh, oh. They
It
were
was
just like
crazy,
in
bro.
awe.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to say that I think that was one of the top best defensive line the Bears went against. And
Oh,
I think they'll be ready for the Packers next week because the Packers
okay.
got to play at Soldier Field. So I
Mm-hmm.
think by 3 to 7 points.
Okay, that's smooth. That's smooth. It's gonna be a fun game to watch, bro. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this Packers defense is going to either progress or regress. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting, man.
Yeah, for sure. Because they got a lot of holes in their defense and they're not consistent enough. And that's why I just don't. That's why I was saying like the Packers don't have their true identity yet. Like we
What
know
defense,
Aaron
man?
Rodgers and Devontae Adams, but like
Mhm.
their defense is too up and down. So and the Bears
Yeah.
have their franchise quarterback this time playing the Packers. So this is going to
Mhm.
be a very very interesting game, like you said.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, man. And hey, that's it from the latest episode of A Weekend to Remember in Sports. Now go check it. Yeah, it's a dub. And go check out all the other content that's on the Young All American State of Mind YouTube channel. Whether that's checking in with Brando, podcast episodes, and so forth and so forth. You feel me? Go enjoy it. Go dive deep. You feel me? And go send it and share it with 3 friends and tell your fruit. Ooh, send it. Go ahead and go share and send this to 3 friends and tell your 3 friends to share with another 3. And on top of that, go check out our podcast, either on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts or wherever else podcasts are available. Go like, go review, and go drop some comments. You feel me? And my
Yes,
boy
sir.
Jay, what else you got to say, man?
Man, all I gotta say is bear down because we got that dub in Vegas, man. That was the second time I seen the Bears play. So I'm 1-1 with seeing the Bears. So bear down.
Okay, man. Hey, and now go subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and drop some comments. Show some love. You feel me? And that's it.
Chee.